Hello super nerds, welcome to the channel. In today's video, get ready to meet the most unique and unusual characters ever to grace the pages of Marvel. We're talking about heroes with the weakest, most useless, and strangest powers we've ever encountered. It's time to explore the peculiar side of the comic book world. So, leave a like and comment on which power you would never want to have in the Marvel universe. Also, share with your friends and subscribe if you're new here. Let's get into the video. Bailey Hoskins. Bailey Hoskins is introduced as a completely average high school teenager. He doesn't excel in any specific area and leads a fairly typical life for a boy his age. However, his life takes a turn when his parents make a surprising revelation. They are both mutants. This discovery drastically changes Bailey's perspective because it means he might also be a mutant. Faced with this possibility, Bailey's parents, who already know Beast, take him to the Xavier Institute for Gifted Youngsters to be examined. There, Dr. Hank McCoy, also known as Beast, conducts a series of tests and confirms that Bailey indeed has superpowers. However, the news comes with a terrible caveat. Bailey's powers are highly dangerous and possibly the worst ones possible. He has the ability to explode, but this power can only be used once, as the explosion would result in the complete destruction of his body with no chance of regeneration. In other words, if Bailey decides to use his powers, he will explode, leading to his immediate death. This realization puts Bailey in a complex situation where he must deal with the existence of his powers while knowing the fatal consequences of using them. Cipher. Cipher has the extraordinary ability to understand and communicate in absolutely every language and dialect in the universe, including those from other dimensions. This power encompasses not only languages spoken by living beings, but also the languages of machines, making him an unparalleled expert in communication. However, all this vast linguistic knowledge is not necessarily linked to Doug Ramsey's intellect. His power allows him to have moments of instant comprehension when in contact with another being or system, but he doesn't understand how he acquires this ability, nor can he explain to others how it works. He just knows. Cipher not only masters languages but also excels as an exceptional hacker. He acts as a specialist in developing training programs for the X-Men in the Danger Room, a sophisticated location the team uses for combat simulations and other practices. Unlike many of his teammates, Cipher doesn't possess any formidable attack powers. This makes him particularly vulnerable in direct combat situations. His ability is mainly passive, focused on communication and cyber intelligence, often putting him at a disadvantage on the battlefield. Nevertheless, his contribution to the X-Men is invaluable, providing strategic and technical support that is often crucial to the team's mission success. Ocular. Trevor Hawkins, known as Ocular, was considered one of the least promising students at the Jean Grey School. However, he found his place in Krakoa, where his peculiar power proved more valuable than many imagined. Ocular has multiple eyes scattered throughout his body, allowing him to perceive things that normal humans cannot. His eyes can detect magic, intentions, and body language, providing a unique view of the world around him. Initially, his powers were seen as useless due to the lack of direct combat skills. However, Ocular played a crucial role in solving several important cases in Krakoa. In addition to his ability to perceive intentions and emotions, he revealed the ability to emit solar energy blasts. This combination of abilities, although not directly combat-oriented, proved invaluable in investigations and conflict resolution. His ability to interpret emotions and intentions made him a valuable strategic ally, demonstrating that even without traditional combat skills, Ocular is an indispensable member of the mutant community in Krakoa.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is a being from Duckworld who ended up on Earth, getting trapped in a world he never made, as his trademark phrase goes. Despite coming from another planet, Howard is revolutionary in the Marvel universe for several reasons. Firstly, he has no superpowers. Unlike Earth ducks, Howard can't fly. He also lacks super strength, eye lasers, extreme bravery, intelligence, or heroism. Howard stands out precisely because of his normalcy in a universe full of superheroes and powerful villains. He is sarcastic, cynical, and often finds himself in absurd situations. When he defeats a supervillain, it usually happens by accident or sheer luck, rather than a brilliant plan or a demonstration of superhuman abilities. US Archer. One day, the story of US Archer was told, a truck driver who, after a terrible car accident, had part of his skull replaced with an experimental metal plate. This plate gave him the ability to intercept CB radio waves, turning him into a superhero with a quite peculiar power. US Archer, also known as the human radio, has the ability to pick up radio signals directly in his skull. This power, though not impressive compared to other Marvel heroes, makes him unique and somewhat bizarre. His creation seems more like a marketing strategy to sell toys than an effort to introduce a character with extraordinary abilities. Despite his limitations, US Archer became one of Marvel's strangest superheroes. His stories revolve around his adventures as a trucker and his interactions with the world thanks to his ability to pick up radio frequencies. However, in the age of the internet, his ability seems quite obsolete. Outside of specific situations like being lost in the wilderness or for those nostalgic for CB radios, Archer doesn't have much practical use today. Super Naval. The infamous mutant with the disgustingly extraordinary power to shoot dirt and sebum from his navel. But don't be fooled, his ability goes further. Fluff can choose the chemical composition of his fluids, able to expel anything from acid to chewed food. However, Fluff's journey was short and marked by misadventures. Since his introduction in the third issue of the Excellent comic, he became a real annoyance to the team leader, Zeitgeist. Consequently, in a tragic outcome narrated in Excellent number 5, written by Peter Milligan and illustrated by Michael Allred, Fluff meets his definitive end. Zeitgeist calls the teleporter Billy McMullen to deal with Fluff and his incessant problems. But what should have been a simple expulsion of the mutant into the Amazon rainforest turns into an extremely violent action. Billy, deciding to do things his way, hurls Fluff from a tremendous height, resulting in a fatal impact as the mutant splatters on the ground. Thus, Fluff, the super naval mutant, met a swift and brutal end. His passage through the comic universe left a legacy marked by his uselessness and peculiarity, mourned by absolutely no one. A short and strange journey. Frogman Eugene Patilio, known as Frogman, is the son of the former supervillain Leapfrog. Determined to do good and redeem his father's name, Eugene clumsily tried to fight crime, even without possessing superhuman abilities. Eugene's power lies in his boots equipped with electric coils, allowing him to jump great distances. Additionally, when wearing the Frogman suit, he gains increased strength, speed, and durability. However, the springs in the suit make it nearly impossible for Eugene to stay straight, making him clumsy and prone to accidents. Despite his best intentions, Eugene initially struggled to control his father's suit. He often became more of a nuisance than a help to other superheroes, like Spider-Man and the Defenders. His career was marked by various setbacks, and he often defeated villains purely by luck. Despite his challenges and lack of skill, Eugene showed resilience and determination in his quest for justice. While he may not have been the most efficient superhero, his journey serves as a reminder that even the least skilled can make a difference with persistence and courage. Beak. Barnell Bohusk, better known by his heroic nickname, Beak, is a mutant with bird-like characteristics in his DNA. This is reflected in his anatomy with claws, a beak, and even stunted wings. However, unlike mutants like Angel, whose wings grant full flight, Beak's wings are so small that he can only glide for a few seconds, resembling the awkward flight of a chicken rather than the grace of a bird. Despite this limitation, he can still use his other abilities to peck and shred opponents, making him a formidable threat in close combat. Beak is known for his temperamental nature, but also for his kindness, making him a complex and captivating character. His unique mutant condition puts him in a unique position in the world of superheroes, and his journey to master his abilities and find his place in the mutant universe is a story filled with challenges and redemption. That's all for today. These are the heroes with the weakest and strangest powers I've come across, but I want to know what you think about these powers, so comment below. See you in the next video. Take care, heroes.